Hey guys, what's up? Today we're going to pit the Sony a7 III with the new firmware against the Nikon Z6 with the new firmware. I can't wait to read all the fanboy comments. Let's jump in. Today's video is sponsored by Camera Exchange. They're a buy-sell-trade camera company for the last 30 years. As a matter of fact, they found me my A7 Mark III brand new in the box with only 12 clicks for $1,800. So give James a call and tell him Rick Vestuto sent you. So that intro was a little bit of clickbait there. I'm not a fanboy of either one of these cameras. I choose a tool for the job, okay? And Sony is a great tool, and Nikon's a great tool. But so is Olympus, and so is Panasonic in the Micro Four Thirds realm. Blackmagic, Fujifilm in the APC sensor size. This is not a debate. This is not an argument. I am not a fanboy. Just a little history about myself. 16 years semi-professional photographer. Started out with Canon, went to Sony, went back to Canon. The last 4 years, I've been an Olympus Micro Four Thirds shooter, and I loved it. I love that system. But when Nikon announced their ProRes RAW, because I am a hybrid shooter or trying to become a hybrid shooter and doing more videos for my clients, I really wanted to jump into color correction and 12-bit RAW because, you know, we edit photos in RAW. So I bought into the Nikon system, never owned one in my life. It's January, whatever, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, I bought a Z6 and a Z7. 4 weeks ago, I bought a Sony a7 III because I wanted to see what the new Sony stuff was all about. Because 10 years ago, I was a Sony shooter, the NEX 3 and 5, or 6 and 7. I also had a Sony VG20 video camera with interchangeable lenses and a VG30. Anyways, so if you're coming here for an argument or if you're coming here to fanboy me, you came to the wrong spot, okay? So, but I do want to talk about the EYE-AF on both these cameras and how comparable they are and how well form-fitted they are for our platform of photography, okay? But there's a big elephant in the room, and I want to make sure everybody understands because nobody's really talking about that elephant, and that is that Sony EYE-AF and Nikon EYE-AF, and as far as I know, Canon EOS R EYE-AF do not work in video mode. So if you're a hybrid shooter on the line of which one of these cameras to get, thinking that you're going to get EYE-AF in video, we're not there yet. And I don't know if it's because of the processing power in these cameras that can't handle it because they're recording video in 4K and then have to handle EYE-AF as well. I don't know if that's why or not, but just so you know, EYE-AF is for photography only. So I guess we're going to jump right in and talk about EYE-AF, and I want to show you some video I shot, or I shouldn't say video, I shot with my Ninja V hooked to these two cameras so you can see what the EVF was seeing in the Ninja V. And we're just going to go into these videos that I shot and show you some examples. I'll do some narration and we'll see what you think. So let's jump into those. So at first I was by myself and I didn't have anybody to press the shutter release. So I pulled up Dan Watson, who's an awesome photographer and YouTuber and does some great tutorials on the Sony a7 Mark III and also the Nikon Z6 and Z7 on how to operate them. And I just shot from my screen, my 32-inch video screen here on my desk. So if you look on the left, on the Sony side, you see some more raying on these. These are actually 4K IPS panels that I edit videos on and do Photoshop stuff on. So I see there's more A going on the left for the Sony, but not on the right, or is not as much for the Nikon. Anyway, so at first I didn't have any money to press the shutter button, and I didn't know that you had to press the shutter button on the Sony for the eye auto detect to work. See, on the Nikon, you don't have to press any buttons. When you set it to eye autofocus, the eye detect automatically starts working. Anyway, so I called my buddy over to do these sample shots, and he pressed the button on the Sony for me while I walked back and forth, and then I snuck, I crouched down low, as low as I could get my fat butt down there, and jumped up, and then there you can see the eye autofocus. Now I'm playing peekaboo, and you can see that the eye autofocus on the Sony is working great. Doing a quick turnaround, and you can see it's kind of struggling a little bit to see what's supposed to be in focus, what's not. And then here we are with the Nikon, and I have the Nikon set to it's not set to matrix metering, by the way. I didn't notice that till after I did the video. But anyways, it's, you know, my back wall there is pretty crazy to focus on. But you can see here, when I'm jumping up, it's finding my eye, and when I'm playing the peekaboo, it's doing the face detect, and then it's finding my eye. Now I'm going to do the quick turnaround, and bam, right on my eye. And then let's do the opposite 360 here. Bam, right on my eye. What I thought was really cool about the Nikon is that you can switch from eye to eye. And if you look close, you can see the box getting smaller and larger around my eye. My buddy is switching from eye to eye there. You can't do that on the Sony. So what's your conclusion? What's my conclusion? In the end, it doesn't matter, guys. All right? Sony, Nikon, Canon, Olympus, Panasonic, Z-Cam, Blackmagic, all the Micro Four Thirds. It doesn't matter. Okay, you know, there's something I got to touch base on with you, and I don't mean to rant, but it upsets me. It hurts me in my heart. First of all, we're a community of photographers or hybrid shooters or videographers. We're all visiting the same group of people. We're all checking out their videos. We're all seeing what they're doing with these different cameras, and we're forming our own opinions based on what they're telling us. I'm going to call out, I'm not going to say any names, first of all. You know who you are. You YouTubers who make clickbait or make negative reviews, and you know who you are, talking about Sony sales and going up and Nikon sales falling in Japan. Who the hell cares what's happening in Japan? I'm in America. I don't know about you, but I'm in America. I want to see some numbers from America, and I can tell you who's going up in America, okay? But again, none of that matters. See, I get sucked in with you guys. The clickbait sucks. I hate clickbait. I get sucked in. Just the other day, I got sucked in to a little like fight or argument in the chat on somebody's YouTube channel. I mean, enough is enough. We all have the same interests. We all have the same common denominator, which is photography and cameras and having fun, okay? Let's have some fun. Let's knock this crap off, please. Please, let's knock it off. Look, I own a Sony. I own a Nikon. I know what I like. I like both of them. I'm thinking about going and getting Canon. In today's age, 2019, these cameras, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Go buy last year's model. It doesn't matter. They're all super dope. They're all super sick. They all do functions that in the 80s, when I was 16 and 18 years old, I had floppy disks this big. I had dot matrix printers, okay? I had little Instamatic cameras. Those were the hot ticket item. We didn't have cell phones. I didn't have none of this stuff. Look at ProRes RAW in a 5-inch little screen recorder, a gimbal, a steady gimbal. Another thing that, you know, Moza and DJI, who cares? They're all fantastic. Here's my advice. Here's the end result. Go to the camera store and pick one of these up and put them in your hand and feel it and hold it. See how heavy it is. See where your fingers lay. See where your pinky lies down. Go, pick up the next one. Hold it. Feel it. See where your pinky is. See how it feels in your hand, how you like it. 2 card slots, 1 card slot. Really? Really right now? I can show you specs, I can show you numbers, but why? It's just going to confuse us. It's going to upset us. It's going to tear this community apart. I'm talking about 2 specific people here, guys, that are tearing this community apart with negative Nancy bullcrap about cameras. It doesn't matter which one you get. They're all fantastic. I'm lucky enough and fortunate enough to be able to afford 2 different models or 3 different models if I choose. Okay, but that's because I want to have the best of everything. All right, if you can't do that, that's fine. Get last year's model. Buy a used camera from 3 years ago. Buy the a7iii. Buy the I don't know, whatever. buy the D500. Buy an old Canon 6D Mark I. They're all fantastic. The last 5 or 10 years now are just phenomenal. Okay, I've ranted enough. I'm sorry. You guys got to understand where I'm coming from, though, right? Okay, it doesn't matter. So, anyways, if you want to see more rants, sorry, didn't mean to rant. If you want to see more of my videos, hit the bell button right here. And if you like my video, please hit the like button and maybe subscribe, because I could use some more subscribers. I'm an old dude making a go at it, and I hope you're getting something from my videos. So please subscribe, and we'll see you next week. Thanks for watching.